Do you want to know how to travel for cheap? Are you looking into going on a trip and you just don't know what to do? Oh my gosh, I think you're in luck because this is a video for you. Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about how to cheap travel. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be really bad, huh? And so cheaping travel. Travel cheaping. Today I'm going to be talking about my top, how many are there? Here are my top 9 tips for traveling cheap. That was rough. Let's get started. Okay, tip number 1. Get familiar with how much flights normally cost from place to place. If you don't know how much flights normally cost, then you're not going to know when you find a deal. So, I like to do Google searches or to just use like an app for finding flights and just kind of get an idea of how much does Asia normally cost, how much does Europe usually cost, how much does South America usually cost. So I have a good idea of what to expect and also what would be considered cheap. Tip number 2, use a reliable app. So I always use the app called Momondo.com, M-O-M-O-N-D-O. Momondo is awesome because it is consistently the cheapest website that I've ever found for flights. Like, it searches through like 7,000 different flights every time. Have the app on your phone and just be constantly looking up flights. If you hear a city, look it up, because then you're just familiar with more cities and so you have more ideas of where you want to go. Yep. Number 3, try to fly on Tuesdays if you can. So Tuesdays are the cheapest day of the week to fly. And so I always, when I'm searching, do Tuesday to Tuesday, and that way I know I'm getting the cheapest price. Super simple. Tuesdays, cheap. Tip number 4, fly in and out of less popular airports. So for example, Munich is what comes to mind when I think of airports in Germany. And so I googled all the airports that are in Germany, and then I found Frankfurt, and I searched for Frankfurt, and it was way cheaper. What do you know? So we went to Frankfurt, and then you can always take a rental car to Munich or whatever, but it is a lot cheaper to fly in and out of less known airports sometimes because they're not as busy, obviously. It's still cool. Number 5, go in the off season, okay? This is very important. The off season, or just say go in January. January is the cheapest month of the entire year to travel. It is proven by facts. We always take an international trip every January because it is way cheaper than any other month. As off seasons are always way less busy, which is awesome because whenever I go somewhere in peak season, it's miserable and I hate it and I never want to go back there because there's too many people, and also it's very hot and that sucks, and it's awful for pictures because it's super bright. So off season is just better and it's cheaper, so make sure you go in the off season. Number 6, take advantage of layovers. Layovers are not horrible. Everybody say it. Layovers are my friends. Layovers are my friends. Layovers are my friends. Okay, layovers are not as bad as you think. So if you're looking up an itinerary here to, I don't know, Paris, and every single flight that you're seeing has a layover in Madrid, guess what? If you just like stay in Madrid for a couple days, you don't have to pay any more money and you get to go to Madrid for a couple of days. So every time you see a layover in the same place, it means you should probably just book a flight there and then book a flight out of there and stay in that city, because you will end up spending $0 more to do this. Also, if you have a really long layover in the middle of the day, go to that city and then you can at least say you've been there for a day. So layovers are not the worst unless you're in like Denver, Houston or something, and then it's definitely the worst. So good luck on that. Okay, number 7, booking your hotel closest to the city center. When you are looking for hotels, number 1 rule is closest to city center, okay? I always do a search and I filter everything out by show me the closest to the city center and then going furthest away. And then I put another filter on there that says show me these from lowest to highest. So I have my cheapest hotels and the closest to city center being shown all at the same time, and then I take the top one and I see if it has good reviews, and if it does, then I book it. And then I'm done with hotels. The most important thing is to be close to the city center, because then you don't have to spend money and time to travel and walk and all that stuff just to get to where you want to be. Number 8, avoid taxis if at all possible. There's nothing more annoying than sitting in a taxi and looking at the meter and just staring at it as it goes up and up and up and up. Your heart just starts beating because you don't have that much money in your wallet, and it's awful. So if there is a subway system in the city that you're traveling to, always take the subway to the middle of town. It'll save you lots of money. It's actually less stressful, I think, because we never have enough room in the back of taxis for our bags anyway, and subway you can just bring them all on and everyone will love you. Not. Yeah. Number 9, the last tip. Do not book any day tours before you go. I know a lot of you like to be prepared and stuff, and that's great. However, when you're booking day tours online before you go, it will most likely be more expensive than when you actually get there. This happened to me a lot. I tried to be super prepared, and then I got there and I saw the exact same tour and it was way cheaper, or there were like 6 million other tours that I didn't know about, and I wish I would have just booked it when I got there. Also, it's super nice to just be able to say, okay, I don't really feel like going tomorrow, but I'll go the next day. And then you tell your hotel, they book it all. You don't have to worry about money, you just pay the hotel. Super easy. Okay, so there's my 9 amazing travel tips. If you have any other tips, let me know. I'd actually be really interested. That's what I could think of right now. So those are the ones that you get. Okay.